What's good, family? Welcome back to the Grassroots, where we keep it real, keep it raw, and keep it 100 about the issues that matter to us. Today we got a story about Hulk Hogan. Yeah, Hulk Hogan, wrestling's icon, big dude, red and yellow, bandana, big 24-inch python arms. Everybody's hero when we was a kid. He suddenly passed away on July 24th, 2025. Exactly 10 years, get this, 10 years to the day of his racist rant. Remember when that went viral, guys? I mean, was that a coincidence or the ancestors out here collecting debts? Is the universe aligning and writing receipts? I mean, let's talk about it. Because it's, kind of a weird coincidence, man, but let's dig into it a little bit. For those who don't know, let's take it back to July 24th, 2015. A tape leaks, right? A tape leaks. The same one where Hulk Hogan, real name Terry Bollea, was caught on a sex tape, of all things, dropping the N-word, with the hard ER, like it's just another Tuesday. I mean, talking about his daughter Brooke and her dating life. I mean, this man said, and I quote, "I am a racist to a point, effing N-words." Let me read that again. I'm trying to paraphrase it, make it YouTube friendly, but, and I quote, "I am a racist to a point, effing N-words." I mean, that's a direct quote, He didn't stop there. He kept throwing around the N-word, even joking about not wanting to come back as a black man in the afterlife. Like, man, wherever Hulk Hogan is right now, I'm pretty sure he's rethinking that. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna keep it PG and say that. I'm sure he's rethinking that right now. Now when this dropped, Hulk Hogan was out here, doing an apology tour, crying on Good Morning America, talking about, "I'm not a racist. I was just raised in a rough neighborhood in South Tampa where we use that word all the time."
I was at the lowest point of my life, to the point where I wanted to kill myself.
You were suicidal?
Yes, I was. And I was very mad at my daughter for really no reason. I was upset over a situation that happened between her and her boyfriend, and I had no idea I was being taped.
Are you a racist?
No, I'm not. I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it. But a lot of people need to realize that you inherit things from your environment. And where I grew up was South Tampa, and it was a really rough neighborhood, very low income. And all my friends, we greeted each other saying that word. The word was just thrown around like it was nothing.
Fast forward to July 24th, 2025. Hulk Hogan passes away at 71 from a heart attack on the exact anniversary of the day of his racist rant, the day it went public. Now, I'm not one to jump into, to jump to conclusions or anything like that, or, try to put on my tinfoil kufi, but, when the universe lines up dates like that, that's when you gotta ask yourself, are the ancestors out here putting in work? Or the cosmos serving up justice on a platter? Let's break it down grassroots style. Hulk Hogan was the guy in wrestling. Red and yellow bandana, telling kids to eat their vitamins and say their prayers and things like that. I remember that. To a lot of folks, he was Captain America in spandex. But in 2015, that superhero cape ripped off of him, when that audio dropped. The WWE fired him. They fired him. He was scrubbed from the record books, from their websites. He was yanked from the Hall of Fame. The stores like Walmart and Target pulled his merchandise from the shelves. But here's the kicker. Hogan didn't just say the N-word once. Oh no, I mean, he was out here like freestyling it at one point. You know, in another leaked call with his son Nick, who was in jail at the time, Hogan used the N-word again, calling somebody his best friend. You know, and then get this. He said he was worried about him and his son coming back as Blizzak Gizeyes or whatever. I mean, that's a direct quote. I guess he was trying to be cool or something, but whatever. You know. Now let's talk about it for a second. In our culture, we talk about the ancestors. They watch, they guide, and sometimes they handle business. When Hulk Hogan passed on the exact date 10 years later, you know, of his racist words coming to light, you can't help but to wonder, is this the ancestors sending a message? You know, time ain't linear. The past, the present, and the future are all connected. So when you disrespect the community, when you spit in the face of our dignity, the universe just might circle back around and say, bet. Now let's talk about the cosmos. The number 10, you know, that's powerful. Remember, 10 years. So the number 10, that's powerful. In numerology, 10 represents completion, a full circle. Hogan's scandal broke in 2015, and 10 years later, his life ends. You know, that's not just a coincidence. That's the universe trying to, you know, tie up loose ends. Now, here's where it gets messy. The WWE brought Hogan back in 2018 acting like a few apologies and some charity work washed away the stench. You know, they put him back in the Hall of Fame. They had him showing up at events, you know, but the fans, they weren't having it. You know, at his last appearance in 2025 in January, the crowd booed him, you know. And that's the thing, forgiveness ain't automatic. You don't just get to say, I'm sorry and expect everybody to forget. When Hogan died, some folks were out here, you know, posting tributes talking about his wrestling legacy. And yeah, he was a big deal. Nobody's denying that, but you can't separate the man from his words. You know what I mean? You don't get to be a hero when you show your true colors of racism, you know, after you've done that. His legacy, no doubt, is tainted, if you ask me. It's like a championship belt with a big old stain on it. You know? I went on social media, you know, to see the posts of the people and see what they were saying, and no doubt black folks are like, you know, they lit him up. The community is out here speaking loud and clear, and you know, letting their voices be heard. You know, he kind of just ruined the last 10 years of his life, of his legacy. You know, so Grassroots family, what y'all think about this? You know, let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments below. Is the ancestors at work? Is the universe sending a message? You know, or is this just a wild coincidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because we gotta unpack this. I mean, just something light, but I don't know. I got my tinfoil kufi on today. You know, it was just weird. Been a tough week. 3 major stars. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Salute to that brother. That was a good FBA brother right there. So salute to him. Ozzy, I really don't care too much about him, but hey, he was a major figure. So 3 major figures this week passed away. So that's it. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Until next time, we out.